A Metro woman who survived a traumatic brain injury credits an unusual device that is rather hard to get right now.
Fox 4's Linda Wager shows us how this patient stimulates the brain by tickling the tongue.
The really difficult.
It looks a little unusual, but Lisa Pullman does this every day, balancing 20 minutes on a piece of 2-inch foam with this medical device in her mouth that she says has helped her regain her balance and her life. Lisa is a traumatic brain injury survivor.
I felt for a long time like I was dead.
This registered nurse had been on an airplane when she was smacked in the head by a metal pole that fell out of an overhead bin.
When I really kind of woke up, I was at North Kansas City Hospital, and I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea that a week had gone on.
Or how much her life would change.
I didn't understand why I couldn't go back to work. That was devastating. But my speech, my cognition, my ability to walk, my vision, my hearing, everything.
With the help of multiple specialists and lots of therapy, she was able to regain many functions, but there were still barriers like driving or even showering could be disorienting because her balance was off. Then she got invited to participate in a 26-week blinded study of a new device called PONS.
It's not easy. I mean, I've had more than a few patients refer to it as like going back into boot camp.
Mitchell Tyler, the researcher who led the study at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, said the results were amazing.
The term that I hear a lot of times people have used at the end of the study, or even a year or 2 years, 3 years later, is that I got my life back.
Simply put, here's how it works. The PONS device stimulates your tongue while you do a series of exercises.
It feels kind of like champagne bubbles.
It stimulates the trigeminal and lingual branch of the facial nerve on the tongue. Those project right into the brainstem.
For some reason that even scientists don't completely understand, that stimulation makes the brain more receptive to therapy.
I started to get better. My family said, "Oh my gosh, your speech is so much better." Of course, I'm thinking, well, what's wrong with, I really... I started to be able to drive again.
But not long after the trial ended, and she no longer could use the PONS device, Lisa saw some of the progress she made slip away. She wanted to buy the device, but it had yet to be approved by the FDA. So Lisa flew to Russia to get one and has been using it ever since. Last March, the PONS device was FDA approved, but only for people with multiple sclerosis. And as far as traumatic brain injuries, the FDA determined that there wasn't enough evidence from the clinical trial to prove that it was the device and not the therapy each person received that made the difference. But Lisa disagrees. She says she's made so much progress that she now volunteers as a nurse giving COVID shots at a local health department.
That, for me, is like soul food. I feel like I'm still helping people.
I'm glad that they're still getting benefit from it, Lisa included. It brings joy to me.
That's music to this scientist who says helping people reclaim their lives is the best feeling in the world. The PONS device is approved in Canada for people with traumatic brain injuries. People in the United States would need to find a doctor who would sell it to them off-label, and that will cost you. In Canada, the device plus a training program cost about $30,000. Linda Wager, Fox 4 News.